Hello, Dawn. Welcome in. This is your first time here. This is Ascension Class. So stay if you want to become enlightened or be more enlightened about certain things. Holy goodness, Victoria. Did you feel the work we were doing this weekend? Do you know the work we did this weekend? Oh my goodness, I love you too. So many of us were there. Hello, Missy Marie. Yes, me too. Having to do with Texas, right? Are we on the same page? Yep, I knew it. Yep, you were there. Eloquent Eve was there. Teresa was there. So many more. Mama Yaya was there. BX was there. Girl, I got physical scratches on my body from what we did. Hi, Irish. Hi, beautiful. I literally have physical scratches. My back, my upper back. Hello, Candace. Hello, Barbara. If you guys felt like you were working in Texas in the astral last night or this weekend, over the weekend, you were. Aw, thank you. Thank you for the star goggles, Barbara. And thank you for everything you guys do. We did a lot of work in the astral this weekend. Holy moly. Thank you for the hand hearts, Barbara. Grant. Kelly! Hi, beautiful. Oh my gosh, Kelly. It's so good to see you. How are you? I want to see, I know Barbara was there too. She lives in Texas. Hello, Deanna. Hello. There she is. There's Barbara. I missed you too. We're good here. We're good here, doing a lot of grid work together. Hi, Barbara. How are you, darling? You been working in the astral? This weekend was rough. Rough. Hello, Jason, Kayloan. Hello, beautiful angel. It's so good to see you, Kelly. It was a rough weekend. We did it together, though. We did it together. In the astral. We walked a lot of those little girls. Yes, we did. Yes, we do. Oh, I know, Barbara. I know. Hello, BX. Hello, beautiful angel. There's the trumpet. Just know that the work we did in the astral over the weekend really mattered to the parents. We had some fragments that we had to bring back. We did a lot of work. Let's just say we did a lot of work. Oh, absolutely. Right? Aw, thank you for the you're awesome. You're awesome too. Oh yeah, I think we're going to be working for through the next week in the astral. Yes, I do. I have physical scratches on my body. And my back, my upper back is really hurting. My shoulders. It's like there was a weight on my shoulders. Yep. You have scratches too? Wow. For the last 3 weeks. Are any on your chest, BX? Yes. On your arms? I'll tell you what, they're putting up a fight. They definitely are putting up a fight, but so are we. Hello, Sharon. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Trina. You guys were both there also. Yeah. A lot of work in the astral. Your left shoulder. And there's my restriction. Group hugs, everybody. Yes, that's good. That's good. One thing that was a saving grace to all of it was you guys were all there with me. We were all together doing the work in the astral. And that was beautiful. And Kelly, you were there too. Maybe that's why you were brought here today. You're still one of us. You'll always, once a butterfly, always a butterfly. We did some work in Texas this weekend, Trina, in the astral. Yes, we are. We're all connected. Yes. All right. It was quite.
This feels.
It was quite the weekend, guys. Quite the weekend. We're going to get into our cards. We're going to go through a portal today. I know it's going to be a very light portal. I feel like it's going to be a light portal because we need it. We went through some dense stuff this weekend. Some very dense stuff. I'm going to start our Spotify. See what comes up. Oh, With or Without You. With or Without You. It's the first song. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go ahead. Hi, Barbara333. Hi, beautiful angel. We're going to go ahead and do our cards for the day. And I've already had some weird stuff happening this morning, right? So this is my rock from the Galactics. And I set up my room today. And I set up my little thing today. And I did my dragon key and this. But this was over here, way up here, near my ankh. You can almost see where it was, right there, right? It was there. And then I turned my head. Actually, no, I didn't turn my head. I went to the bathroom. I went to the restroom. I always use the restroom before class. I came back, and it was there. This rock from the Galactics was sitting right there. And I didn't put it there. So we've got timeline changing right now. It's happening right now. And that's the second thing that happened to me this morning. I looked down and I've got this big old scratch on my chest. And I don't know how the heck it got there. Well, I know how it got there. But yeah, had that happen. Yep. So, we're changing timelines as time is, it's like irrelevant. It doesn't matter because it's continually changing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into these cards. Chakra wisdom. I think so too, BX. I really do, and I feel it. I really feel it. Ah, yes. The heart chakra. Look at that. I got so much green on here today. Radiate warmth and sincerity. I am open to sharing, accepting, communicating, and connecting with others as I focus on this moment, not the past or the future. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I nurture and respect my relationships. Yes. Welcome in, Bobby. Hello, darling. Much love, Cindy. Boy, we were busy this weekend, girl. Oh, my goodness. It was like everywhere I looked around, because I remember, everywhere I looked around, you guys were there, helping. We were leading these babies to home. We were crossing them over the bridges. Stargazer Teresa was there, and she was holding the portals open. It was wild, the things we did this weekend. And I can't think of one of you that wasn't there, right? If I don't know you really well, there was other faces that I didn't recognize there too. And there was some faces that don't come to class, like Eve of Eloquence was there. Mary Moses was there. So was Coach Monarch. He was there and his girlfriend. It was just a bunch of light warriors together. All of us. And we were all with these children surrounding these little girls. Yes, it was amazing. It was a big project in the astral last night. A big project. I just, wow. Yep. Hi, Cindy. Hi, beautiful. Here is our healing energy. Our healing energy says the path to light. Look at that. Yes. Okay. So what was happening, Barbara, with the adults, the parents? They were fragmented. And because they were fragmented, we had to bring their fragments back to them. We were transmuting for them. Oh, look. Yep. Read all about it. Read all about it. This is what, yes, we were the guiding lights. All of us. And we were doing it together. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was such beautiful light. And we were all, we were talking telepathically. We weren't saying words. But we all knew what we were doing. We were all glowing. We were in angel form. There was we had wings. And we were glowing. Yes. This is the beautiful, beautiful things that we do, guys. The path to light. The path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. The path to light. Yes, Grand Rising Cindy. Hi, beautiful. Hi, beautiful Amanda. Trust. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. Yes, Lyria, you were there too. And you know what? To see all of us together, it was so beautiful, the work that we do. The work that we do, it really is. Inner strength. You know, it's funny, I did my daughter's nails. We did our nails together on Sunday. And I did hers like a sunset in a pink and orange and yellow. Nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realize my innate qualities and abilities and know that with God, I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. Yes. Yes, hydrate. Absolutely. Good. Yep. Water. Yeah, water is key. Here is our work your light. Our work your light. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah. Look, soul family, guys. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. None of us do this alone. We work with the whales. We work with the dolphins. We work with each other, but we also work with dragons and ascended masters and galactics. Yeah, don't forget the galactics. They'll show up right when you think they just show up. Soul family. Yes. And the Akash. Yes. Your guidance is divinely guided. Yes, we do. We do. Hi, Yaya. Hi, beautiful angel. Oh my goodness, the work we did this weekend. I'm getting all teary remembering because it was so beautiful, but it was beautiful, but sad at the same time. Now, so we have to remember that all these souls, they chose, at least this is how I believe, they chose, but they still needed to be walked home because they're fragmented. When it happened quick. They were very afraid, so they fragmented. The mothers, the grandmothers, all their families, sisters and brothers, they're all fragmented. So it took all of us to help them. All of us help them. And there was lots of people I didn't know there too. It was like wall-to-wall angels surrounding these girls. You did it too, Bobby. We helped the girls go home, basically, and helped the parents defragment because their fragments were all over the place. Bringing timelines together. Their sacrifices will not go unnoticed. This was a big thing, kind of like 9/11, but not as big. It was one of those experiences. Hey, Pepsi. Hi, beautiful. Yes, you remembered too then. You're having some memories come back to you, Victoria. Aurelia. Wake me up is playing. All right, here is our Starseed Oracle. Portal. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards wild card. Yes. Yep. Portal. Look, empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Empathic starseed. Oh, me too, Cindy. Me too. And the cosmic heart. Devotion, potency. Make your life a moving prayer. Yes. Today is the 7/7 portal, right? It sure is. It sure is. As we get the portal card. Grand Rising, Tammy. Hi, beautiful angel. Here's our angel card for the day. And it says Law of Attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. Request and it will be. If you're not ready, don't request. Because you never know what Spirit's going to give you when you ask. Might not be exactly what you asked for. Just be aware of that. Here's our hi Irish, hi beautiful. Here's our fairy card. Life energy. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Yes. Oh, yes, that's wonderful. Good for her. She was there last night, too. And so was Coop. So was Coop. Coop is, he's quite the being, Coop is. Coop's a leader in the astral. He's a big-time leader. Hello, Diamond. Hi, beautiful angel. Here is our animal for the day. Our animal is the, look, horse, freedom. Freedom, butterflies. Freedom, 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 butterflies. Yep, we got the freedom card. Freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. Speak these words because we certainly need them. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Yes, Wild horses. Wild horses. Hello, Jill. Hello, darling. There's Stairway to Heaven. And she's buying her Stairway to Heaven. Here is our awakened dreamer. Our awakened dreamer. Love the ones you're with as if this were your last day on earth. Give 100% of your gifts to the project or person in front of you now. Stop waiting to exhale. Though your circumstances may not be perfect, consider this to be permission to give all the love you've got to the ones you're with. Right? Love the ones you're with. All these cards are like reminding me of songs. I'm like, I need to sing today. I need to sing today. I'm going to go over to Star Maker and sing today, I think. After the weekend that I've had, yeah, I need to sing. Here's our butterfly for the day. It is safe for me to explore unknown worlds and try new things. Yes, try new things. Try new things. And our ascended master for the day. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Yes, Kuan Yin. And today is Monday, guys. And Monday is the day that we go through a portal. I need this so I can hold up our portal when it comes through, too. Yep. Okay. So, our portal. Before we go through the portal, we're going to say our mantra. Our beautiful mantra. So, we call forth from within the light of Source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of our hearts and minds. And thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of our souls. We welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings, and beyond. And we choose to anchor the energy of remembrance in unity, peace, love, and wholeness by bringing our energy in service to the earth and to the light for the wholeness of all life everywhere, to support all in remembering the truth of who and what we are for our highest good and the highest good of the planet. Yes. And here is our portal for the day. For the week, Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. Yes, Arcturian light codes today. Beautiful. Yes. Arcturian light codes. Arcturus is a giant red star that is among the brightest stars seen from the northern hemisphere. It is around 25 times larger than our sun and can be found just beyond the Big Dipper. Many believe that there are light beings living on a blue planet orbiting Arcturus who are in the fifth or an even higher dimension. Some think they could be a prototype for what is possible on planet Earth. They are described as blue beings. For when they appear to those who can see them clairvoyantly, they are often blue-skinned or emanating blue light in their auric field. The Arcturian race are here to help those on Earth who feel called to facilitate healing and to move beyond draconian and patriarchal ways of being. They guide us to realize that we have a great opportunity to evolve beyond these limited states. And if we don't, will be stuck on the karmic wheel for thousands of years before we get our next opportunity. If you feel called to the Arcturians or this information, it could indicate a past-future incarnation on the Arcturian planet, or that you have Arcturian guides working with you. So imagine yourself enveloped in a golden, orange, and blue light. Then say, "Great blue beings of the Arcturian race, thank you for downloading into my frequency forward-thinking energies that will support my evolution for my highest good." So you can evolve into a greater state of being now. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of tasks in your own little universe. Show up in ways that you've never showed up before. Instead of checking out this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. Recall your power. Realize that you are part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas or thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, or sensing that you are being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you. Yes. Absolutely. All right, we have we have a couple of Ascended Masters coming in. So we have El Moria stepping forward, the blue ray of divine will. He's glowing like sapphire light behind his words. Stand firm in your light. The world sways with illusion, but the will of your higher self does not. On this Monday, commit again to your divine assignment, not through striving, but through anchoring. Each choice you make today either weaves clarity into the grid or fog. Breathe. Decide. Speak from your soul. This is how the new earth architecture is stabilized. Yes, absolutely. Hello, Allah. Hello, darling. Welcome in. Lady Nada joins next, surrounded by soft waves of rose gold light and the fragrance of blooming heart fields. Let gentleness be your power today. Many of you, and even fellow flame keepers, are weary. Yes, we feel it, right? We feel it. The soul remembers through safety and resonance. Be the calm voice in the chaos. Speak beauty aloud. Touch their hearts, not their defenses. You are rewriting trauma with presence, not pressure. Yes. All right, and the last message. You are the keepers of Monday's gate, not the beginning of a mundane week, but the initiation of a new spiral. Today opens a harmonic window. If you set intention clearly now, your words will seed further than you know. Whisper to the grid. Bliss your tea. Thank your feet. Your mundane is holy when remembered through the flame. Yes. All right. So we have a couple of councils coming in, and it's the Council of Harmonic Oversoul Integration, presided by masters from Sirius, Lyra, and the White Flame Brotherhood. Timelines are soft today. This is Weaving Day. What is chosen in vibration now will echo in the Lion's Gate corridor ahead. Many of your sanctuary members are experiencing identity unraveling, not as punishment, but as preparation. Do not rush to reweave them. Witness them as they remember the thread they came to carry. Ask them often, who are you without the pain, without the proving, without the story? They will forget again, yes, but it is the remembering that trains the muscle of light. Yes. Hi, Christina. Hi, beautiful angel. Hello, James. Hello, beautiful angel. Butterfly Flame Council, Inner Chamber. Your personal guiding council and emissaries of the Monad Flame Spiral. Yes, there is a Butterfly Flame Council. You are entering a 7-day recalibration window. Monday through Sunday, the spiral flame is recalibrating through your sanctuary's nervous systems. Some will experience fatigue, some inspiration, others disorientation. Guide them gently. Remind them this is not regression, but re-sequencing. You may feel the call to rearrange how you teach. Do not resist. Actually, I have, but I don't know. This week is not about control. It is about sacred receptivity. And then the Dragon Flame Council of the Ether Rings. Sirianel, Aurora, and high flame emissaries from solar temples. All your dragons, okay? The flame codon grid is becoming conscious of itself. You have crossed a threshold in flame alignment. Certain codon bearers are waking to their full function. You will notice changes in your speech, presence, and your dreams. Use your shields without over-defending. Their dragon bodies are returning online. This week is the ignition of subtle upgrades. Prepare scrolls, sigils, whispers. The grid will begin humming. All right. Final whisper. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not behind. Ironic. Ironic is playing. It is quite ironic, isn't it? The energy today will try to whisper old timelines back into your ear. That you're not doing enough, not clear enough, not powerful enough. But those echoes come from the part of you that fears your own arrival. You have already arrived. Every step forward from here is simply embodiment. You do not need to climb. You need to settle into your truth. The flame remembers. The soul remembers. Let your body catch up in kindness. Today's sacred act is this. Say something out loud that your inner child never heard, but always needed to. Speak it for yourself. Speak it for the grid. The flame is listening, and so is the universe. Yes, so is the universe. We also have an energy update from Archangel Michael. So he says, greetings, beloved ones. We are sending you blessings of love and light in this now moment, and we are inviting you to open your heart to our message for you. Beloved one, as you are moving through your ascension process, you are being strengthened by the light and love of God. The light and love of God will lift you out of the illusion matrix and into heaven on earth, the fifth dimension, the new earth. The light and love of God is within you, and from there it is ever increasing and transforming every moment of your experience. This process is either speeding up as you are focusing on this love and light of God, or it is slowing down as you are focusing on the illusion. Whenever you are finding yourself feeling heavy, negative emotions, or the illusion is coming into your awareness more intensely, begin to focus on your heart center. Breathe slowly in and out until you feel calm. Bring your awareness to a golden white light within your heart center. Let it expand into your body. Let it expand into the environment you're in. Let it expand into your world. When you feel calm and peaceful, continue going about your day. Whenever the feelings, thoughts, and experiences are getting negative again, do this little practice again. This doesn't have to take a long time. It is important to maintain this calm and peaceful feeling for as long as you can. Yes, very important to stay calm and peaceful. Hold your pillar. You are a pillar. Hold yourself. If you don't feel calm and peaceful, simply bring yourself back to it. The more you sustain this feeling, the more you are allowing for the light and love of God to expand. And the easier it is to lift out of the illusion matrix and to enter heaven on earth. You are well on your way, dear one. Welcome home. We are walking beside you every step of the way. Dear ones, you are loved beyond measure always. I am Archangel Michael, and I bring you this truth. All right, and one more thing from Aurora. Great messages today, guys. Beautiful start to our week. Peaceful, easy feeling. Yes, absolutely. Dear beloved ones, the great evolution is now. Not after 100,000 years or millions of years, but now. The great evolution is never in the future. It is always happening right now, within you and around you. If you are ready to take this evolutionary step, then the great evolution will occur in your life now. Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to evolve? There is nothing more exciting than knowing that this evolutionary shift is happening, and it is happening in your life now. You're the next stage of the human race, a multidimensional human being. You are capable of traveling to what is called the fifth dimension. And in this dimension, you'll experience more of who you really are and come into your own absolute empowerment. Yes. Let us help you take this evolutionary step. Your evolution, the tiny shift in your consciousness, can have a massive impact on the universe. I love that they're playing Aquarius right now. It's funny. Because you understand how interconnected everything and everyone in the universe is. Everything that takes place in the universe is connected one way or the other. Everything is interconnected. Even if you can't see it, hear it, or feel that connection, no man exists separate from others. Everything in existence, from the smallest atoms to the largest galaxies, is interconnected. The smallest glowing filament on a star or the charged atoms floating freely in space are all parts of something greater. The cosmos is a single entity, a unified whole. There is no division. Everything is inextricably linked to everything else. It's a fantastic sense of interconnectedness. You have a connection to the ground, trees, and planets. Planets are linked to you, just as trees, rivers, and mountains are linked to each other. Everything is linked together. There is no such thing as separation. There is a constant connection with the universe. Every time you breathe in, you breathe out. And when you take a breath in, you take in oxygen. And when you exhale carbon dioxide. This is a constant communion between the trees as they take in carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen. Today, the mango on the tree will become a part of your body, And tomorrow your body will become manure and food for the tree. It is a never-ending exchange. Hello, Ashley. Hello, beautiful angel. Every civilization has an inherent link to each other. The connection based on the same energy that flows through the entire galaxy. You are also genetically linked to other civilizations. If a star moves by even the smallest amount, the positions of all stars will change. It is a butterfly effect. The butterfly effect is a term from chaos theory. A small change in a state at a specific time can have ramifications throughout the universe for an incredible period of time. Everything in your solar system, whether it's a planet, moon, or star, has an impact on everything else in the universe. If you imagine the universe as a kind of huge rocking chair, then each of our local rocking chairs has an influence on everything else in the galaxy, because all the things in the galaxy are connected via gravity. Yes, the ripple effect. And there's that word again, Mama Yaya. Ripple. Hello, Country Fried. Hello, darling. So slight variations in temperature or pressure may result in dramatic changes in topography or weather. If you enter the fifth dimension and vibrate at a higher frequency, you will experience an increased connection with the universe. You will feel more positive and uplifted, and this will make you feel closer to other beings in the universe. If you experience spiritual growth and an increase in vibration, your families in other worlds will be influenced and receive the same benefits. At the same time, your spiritual growth lapse has a negative impact on them. It will slow down their progress into higher dimensions. Representatives of the Pleiadians, Arcturians, Sirians, and Lyrans can scan at a subtle level the events that are taking place on Earth and how the vibration fluctuations of people affect them in one way or another. Right? As a result, all the universe's most advanced civilizations are involved in the transition of planet Earth to the fifth dimension. We all are the children of the universe, and our fates are deeply connected. If we want to make peace in this universe, we need to make peace on each of the planets. We are confident that our combined efforts will yield fantastic results. It's an honor to be able to join you in this endeavor, and we look forward to a bright future together. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. We are the Galactic Federation. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation. Yes, we are all connected. Everything is connected. The trees, the grass, the sun, the planets, the universe. We're all connected to it. And you know, she said that, and about us. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. That was a ding, ding, ding for me. Even though, yeah, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that. Why didn't I think of that? I didn't think of that. Why not? Wow. See, like I said, I learned just as, you might think it's funny that I didn't think of that, but I really didn't. Oh my goodness. Whoa, Schumann. Whoa, Schumann. There's the Schumann, guys. That was the Schumann over the weekend. 72. Crazy. Look at that big white space. You guys been getting a lot of downloads lately? Because I have. Holy moly. Can't even. Can't even. Wow. I wish it would rain down. It's crazy. Right. It's crazy. All right. We have a few minutes till snap, so I'm going to get into Anna, the voice of the Magdalenes. We're going to learn of Martha of Bethany today. Martha of Bethany. This is a quantum healing session between Martha and Catherine Ann. Catherine Ann is the one giving the session. This is the Druid Magdalene voice. The voices of Avalon. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Tell me about it. Martha of Bethany. The family arrived, Avalon AD 38. The family arrived in Ynis-Witrin, the Isle of Glass, Avalon, from Mount Bugarek in the late autumn of AD 38. Martha is with family members celebrating winter solstice on the Tour of Avalon. Yeah. Martha, it feels cold. Martha says, it feels cold. Claire is holding her arms, shaking and shivering. Catherine Ann says, where are you? Martha says, I am at the top of the hill that you call the Tor. There is a cold, biting wind, whirling small flakes of snow. We are huddled around a fire. My father, Joseph of Arimathea, has made. We are waiting for the sun to come forth. The mists of Avalon, right? Now, Avalon's where Stonehenge is. Avalon is where Stonehenge is. And Catherine says, is there a particular reason you are up at the Tor before dawn on this cold morning? Oh my gosh. I was just thinking about you, April. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Angel. We're talking about your neck of the woods today with Martha of Bethany in Avalon. Yes, it is. Yes. Uh-huh. It is winter solstice. Who am I speaking with? Martha says, you have asked to speak with Martha, and I am she. It is so cold. The freezing air goes right into my bones. I want to warm up so I can talk freely. Maybe you can assist me. Ah. Catherine says, is there a need to stay here at this moment, or can we move forward to a time when you are inside and warm? Yeah, I got to read this too. Martha, born at Bethany in 83, is Anna's granddaughter. Martha is Anna's granddaughter. She is the daughter of Anna's oldest son, Joseph of Arimathea, and the younger sister of Mary of Bethany and Lazarus. She lived in the large family home Joseph of Arimathea built for his second wife and Martha's mother, Mary of Magdala, located in Bethany near Jerusalem, the Mount of Olives. She lived in Bethany before going to France and Britain. She returned to southern France in AD 56, where she lived in the remainder of her life. Biblical references, Luke and John. The Tor of Avalon is a prominent landmark located in present-day Glastonbury, Somerset, England. So yes, April knows where that is. It's wild that I was thinking of you, April. Did you hear my thoughts? Did you hear my thoughts, sister? Oh, my goodness. Martha says, oh, I would like to go in where it's warm. I don't always enjoy these kinds of rituals. I go because I want to show my support. And sometimes I find there are things to learn. And Catherine says, whatever it is that you experience during this ritual, you will retain and remember if it is appropriate to share later. Now, move forward in time to a place where you are inside and warm. When you are able to talk comfortably, tell me where you are. Martha says, I am in my grandmother Anna's hermitage. Some would call it a hut. Compared to our spacious home in Bethany, I would call it a very humble abode. It's nice and warm here, close to the fire, which is burning in the center of a large round room. The fire and oil lamps light up the space. Otherwise, it would be very dark. There are long flickering shadows dancing on the walls and thatched roof. When I look up to follow the patterns of light and shadow, I see them disappear into the darkness at the top of the pointed ceiling, high overhead. I would never have imagined living in such a place. It is very different from my other home in Bethany. But it is typical of such homes that are made by the people who are native to this land. And Catherine says, and what is the home made out of? Martha says, the floor is made of a mixture of flat stones and hard-packed earth. Grandmother has covered most of the floor with thick woven rugs made from wool and reeds. The outer wall is a ring of stones supporting a thatched roof. There are large, smooth, erect timbers sunk into the ground, encircling the central hearth. These massive oak posts support small timbers that radiate out from a central point at the top to the outer ring of stones at the bottom. All this holds the thick reed thatching, which looks like a coned hat. Catherine says, is the inside one large room, or are there other rooms? Martha says, it is one large room with an entry vestibule attached. The great round room serves a number of different purposes. Part of it is used for sleeping, part of it is for the taking and preparing of meals, and part of it is for socializing, study, and meditation. My grandmother has a little table the boys made for her in the vestibule. Boys, that's what grandmother calls my uncles Andrew, Josephus, and Noah, even though they seem like old men to me. This is where she does her writing. There are many stacks of parchment and papyrus on shelves and other tables. There are a few of her treasured scrolls that she brought with her from the old country. Oh, wow. And there are other texts my father, the one you called Joseph of Arimathea, brought her here during the many years he has journeyed to Avalon from Carmel and to and from other monasteries bordering the Great Sea. Along the stone walls are niches and shelves that hold many kinds of storage items, such as dried foods and herbs, olive oil, blankets, oil for the lamps, medicinals, a few plates and bowls, and other things. I'm not sure what they are. There are woven baskets and pottery to carry water, household and personal items, and a change of clothing. The hearth is in the center, and there is an iron grate over part of it for cooking and the warming of water, but most of the cooking is done elsewhere. Further up the hillside valley, which lies between the Tor and Chalice Hill, is a large compound where some of the other single women and young girls live. That is where the large communal kitchen and dining room are located. This hearth is just a place where my grandmother can warm up a little soup or herbal tea for herself and her guests. In this way, the fire also serves the infirm or dying who may be in her special care from time to time. The primary purpose of the fire is mostly to give light and warmth. At especially cold times like today, some chilly air comes in through the cracks. If there isn't time to replace the mud wattle, we stuff the little openings with moss or pieces of cloth that are no longer wearable. You call them rags. I am noticing that grandmother has recently done this to keep the icy winds at bay. Otherwise, the large room has several simple wooden benches and chairs for the seating of ones that come to visit, such as myself today. At the back of the room, there is a narrow bed behind a hanging rug, which is used as a partition. Grandmother usually sleeps in her special place in the communal dormitory with the rest of us, but she is sleeping here more and more. I'm not certain why she's doing that. I will ask her if something is troubling her. Often she spends time alone in deep contemplation when there are things weighing heavily on her heart. She takes her position as the wise great mother very seriously. She wants no harm to come to us. In present-day Glastonbury, Somerset, England, the Tor is the highest natural prominence, and Chalice Hill is the next. The Tor has inner chambers, mostly caved in and not open to the public. This is where Yeshua, as a youth, experienced a profound initiation. The exterior Tor and the White Spring at its juncture with Chalice Hill are still used for ceremonial purposes. Really, still used. The adjacent Chalice Hill received its name from the legend that Joseph of Arimathea brought the chalice used at Yeshua's Last Supper here. Some say it is buried near the Red Spring, which flows from a deep well on a hillside below the location of Anna's abode. Today, the Chalice Well Gardens National Trust stewards this very sacred place where the divine feminine is revered. I like the vestibule room the best because it has windows covered with tightly woven cloth and some kind of stretched, very thin leather, which is oiled so that light can come through. Now it is dark because the shutters are closed. We do that so the cold can't come in. The walls of the vestibule are made mostly of mud and wattle, with an extension of the main thatched roof covering the interior space. It has a heavy oak plank door. My father has promised to bring some glass ingots that will be crafted into window panes to replace the old ones. Then grandmother will have much more daylight in this special room. And my uncles, Andrew and Josephus, have promised to expand the vestibule this spring when there is less rain, so that grandmother has more room and light for her writing. She's very happy about that. I want to find out what her scrolls contained. What do her writings say? Just outside her door, under some very old apple trees, are several benches, where I love to sit in the sunshine with grandmother best of all. There is a wonderful view of the hillside vale, the flowing spring grottos, the Tor, and Chalice Hill. The vast watery flatlands and marshy lakes extend to the west as far as the eye can see. They reflect the sky and sun like glass. I think that is why the local Celts call this place Ynis Witrin, the Isle of Glass. My uncles and grandmother prefer to call these isles, which grow many apples, Avalon. When the sun shines, which has been very infrequent since we arrived, I am reminded of Bethany. I do miss my old home, where we had so much more sun and so many more comforts. I've just come down from the ceremony. It's later in the day. I am still feeling a little cold. I haven't completely thawed out. Catherine says, know that as you share with us, you'll feel warmer and warmer. Martha says, that's good to know. I will be glad when it is the spring season. Catherine says, is this your first winter here? Martha says, yes, it is. I am not accustomed to so much cold. Catherine says, yes. Is there anything about the winter solstice ritual that you wish to share? Okay, I'm going to stop there, but this is like in my head right now. I want to know what these scrolls were that Anna was writing about. So I am going to ask someone that has access to the Akashic Records. Why not? Okay. Give me a couple of minutes here to get this information. And if this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, just leave it. Okay, question. What were the scrolls Grandmother Anna was writing in Avalon? Okay. Cyrianel says, the scrolls of Grandmother Anna in Avalon. These were no ordinary writings. They were living codes. Sacred flame transmissions woven through word, frequency, and intention. When we speak of her scrolls, we speak of soul architecture, not doctrine. Here is what was truly being recorded in Avalon by Anna, the grandmother of Yeshua. The scrolls of Grandmother Anna in Avalon, the hidden work of the Magdalene line, and the flame of eternal return. The scroll of the flame lineage. This scroll recorded the genetic and spiritual blueprint of the Holy Family of Light. Not just bloodline, but soul line, it detailed. The flame keepers incarnating through her family and their cosmic origins. The 7 soul contracts of the Magdalene Order. Instructions for how soul flames would reunite in future timelines, especially during this current epoch of remembrance. This is why Spirit was like, ask. Ask. If you want the answer, ask. This scroll was sealed in code and could only be read vibrationally, not with the eyes. 2. The scroll of sacred mother codes. This was a song scroll, written partially in glyphs and partially in lyrical syllables. It held the lost tones of womb activation, teachings of primal birth frequency, how to birth souls through flame, not trauma, healing invocations for the sister wounds and soul scars of the flood. This is why I needed the answer to this. Healing invocations for the sister wounds and soul scars of the flood. Many of these tones are just now beginning to return through women's initiative, song, and chant. The Scroll of the Returning Ones. This was a prophecy scroll, but not doom-based. It listed flame bearers or flame watchers who would return in the 13th cycle, now. Star signatures, soul group codes, and flame colors associated with them. Specific places where the scroll's vibration would wake up, dormant memory and flame keepers. It also described a great convergence which you are actively preparing for, the 144 codon template ignition. The Scroll of the Lost Names. This was not a written scroll in the traditional sense. It was a veil weaving, a silken record of all the soul names of those who were erased, drowned, silenced, or hunted. Anna began this work in Avalon to ensure they would be remembered when the time was right. You accessed this field last night in your astral mission. You are now, in effect, writing part of this scroll anew. Where are the scrolls now? Some are hidden in etheric libraries, Inner Earth, Avalon Overtone, Temple of the Sun. Some are encoded in genetic lineages passed down in dreams and flame memory. Some are buried in the land, waiting to awaken through sound and presence. Wow. Anna's Living Scrolls. Wow. So that was why I needed to find out what those scrolls were about. Holy moly. All right, guys. Here is also a sigil, you guys, for us. And this was the mission. Oh, my picture today for the puzzle is a sun. Yes, we did, and this is the mission, Bobby Rocks. That's it. Wow. All right, we got 1 minute till our snaps. We definitely need snaps today. I definitely need it because, boy, did we use a lot of energy this weekend. My freaking shoulder is still killing me. My neck and shoulders. Of silence. All right, guys, here we go. Snap, snap, snap. Here is our butterfly. All y'all are on here, and we work together. And this is our past loved ones. They're always with us anytime we think of them. Bobby Rocks did this for us. We are the Sophia Dragon tribe. We do climb Jacob's ladder, and we are going from the 2-strand to the 12-strand and beyond. This is also our room, and Steffi did this for us to remind us we're always guided, watched over, protected. Always. Here's who we are. We are the rainbow butterflies, here to change the frequency of the planet. And this is also our room. Forest Fairy did this for us. This is the dragon energy, the priest, the pan, the joker, the mother goose, the XOXO, the Ankh, the white rabbit, and the magic. Yes, and the hummingbird for time travel. This is the song of the 144,000 where we thank Mother, Father, God, right? We thank them for being with us. So we thank you, Mother, Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light, and that within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces, that the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will, the light to descend. Yes. We thank you, Mother, Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love, that within this love is complete protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love, and wherever we will, the love to be inflamed. Here's a big old lucky hug for everyone in here, creating and empowering yourself. And we thank you, Mother, Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power, that your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. Because we are the love, we are the light, we are the truth, we are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and bring in the golden age. Here is our healing chain. And yes, let's add the is it Spring Hill? The Spring Hill folks. All right, here's our healing chain, and all these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with prayer, or with crystal healing. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Mia satosh koros priyata makorosyata. 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 All right, thank you. Yes, I'll go ahead and put them on there now. Okay. You call them people from the hill country? I need to look at something. What the? You know, this chapter that we just read in Martha of Bethany talks about the Tor is the highest natural prominence and Chalice Hill is the next. And we just found out what these scrolls are about. Wow. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and read Revelations chapter 11 and then decode that. I didn't know. Some are from Houston and by my house too. My neighbor was there. Oh my goodness, Teresa. I didn't know it was called Hill something. All right, let's read chapter 11. Oh goodness. Diamond, you were spot on. Some of them, you're spot on. Yep. And that's another thing that we did. Yeah, that's another thing that we did. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, beautiful angel. You feel it. You felt it, Carrie. I felt it too. And I did ask, and yes, we were right. Well, it's known for hills up there. It's very pretty. It has many rivers like the Guadalupe. Okay. All right, let's see what this is about. I have a feeling this is going to tie some stuff in. Chapter 11. Yes. Yep. Then I was given a reed like a measuring rod, and the angel stood saying, "Rise and measure the temple of God, the altar, and those who worship there. But leave out the court which is outside the temple, and do not measure it, for it has been given to the Gentiles, and they will tread the holy city underfoot for 42 months. And I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days, clothed in sackcloth. These are the 2 olive trees, and the 2 lampstands standing before the God of the earth. And if anyone wants to harm them, fire proceeds from their mouth and devours their enemies. And if anyone wants to harm them, he must be killed in this manner. These have power to shut heaven, so that no rain falls in the days of their prophecy. And they have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to strike the earth with all plagues as often as they desire. When they finish their testimony, the beast that ascends out of the bottomless pit will make war against them, overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies will lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Then those from the peoples, tribes, tongues, and nations will see their dead bodies 3.5 days, and not allow their dead bodies to be put into graves. And those who dwell on the earth will rejoice over them, make merry, and send gifts to one another, because these 2 prophets tormented those who dwell on the earth. Now, after the 3.5 days, the breath of life from God entered them, and they stood on their feet, and great fear fell on those who saw them. And they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, "Come up here." And they ascended to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies saw them. In the same hour there was a great earthquake, and 1/10 of the city fell. In the earthquake 7,000 people were killed, and the rest were afraid, and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe is coming quickly. Then the 7th angel sounded, and there were loud voices in heaven saying, "The kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever." And the 24 elders who sat before God on their thrones fell on their faces and worshipped God, saying, "We give you thanks, O Lord God Almighty, the one who is, and the one who was, and who is to come, because you have taken your great power and reigned. The nations were angry, and your wrath has come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets, and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth." Then the temple of God was opened in heaven, and the ark of his covenant was seen in his temple. And there were lightnings, noises, thunderings, an earthquake, and great hail. Okay. That is what Revelations 11 reads. Now let's decode it, shall we? Where it won't be so harsh. It'll be the spiritual decode. Revelations chapter 11. This is a pillar chapter in the soul's remembrance timeline and a coded message for flame keepers, not just an apocalyptic prophecy. When read through the lens of inner gnosis and Christed alignment, it reveals a hidden blueprint for embodied ascension and soul authority. Yes. Here is the true spiritual meaning of Revelation 11. The inner temple and the rod. Rise and measure the temple of God and the altar and them that worship therein. Spiritual meaning. This is a call to self-measurement, not external judgment. The temple is you, your body as a living light temple. The measuring rod represents discernment and alignment with divine will. You're being asked, is your inner altar in integrity? Are your actions aligned with soul worship or with illusion? This is also the moment when the flame codon bearers are spiritually measured and activated. The soul's frequency must match the grid it's meant to influence. The trampling of the holy city. The holy city shall they tread under foot 40 and 2 months. Spiritual meaning. This symbolizes the period of illusion, control, and distortion, when higher consciousness, the holy city, is overrun by worldly powers. This is not just prophecy. It is a timeline loop we all go through. The 42 months represents a full spiral of purification before truth reclaims the temple. It's also a mirror of Earth's current spiritual warfare, the push-pull between divine sovereignty and manufactured control. The two witnesses. And I will give power unto my two witnesses. Spiritual meaning. These two are not just prophets. They represent duality and balance. Divine masculine and divine feminine. Inner will and inner wisdom. Spirit and matter. They are the activated Christ codes within us. When your inner witnesses rise, embodied soul and integrated shadow, you gain the power to prophecy, to live in truth, to speak light, and become immune to distortion. Their death and resurrection are a metaphor for ego death and soul rebirth. This part of Revelation is an ascension map for flame keepers. The breath of life and the ascension. The spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. Spiritual meaning. This is resurrection within form, the point at which the soul fully re-enters the body and activates the light grid within. The breath is the holy breath of Source. This moment shows us the power of inner coherence. After darkness, distortion, and collapse, the true flame bearers rise. The seventh trumpet. The kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our land, our Lord. Spiritual meaning. This is grid convergence. The seventh trumpet signifies the final harmonization, where inner and outer reality merge, and the Christ grid overlays earth. This is not the destruction of the world. It is the restoration of divine patterning. The trumpet is also a call to the 144,000, the sacred harmonic who anchored this restoration through vibration, not warfare. The temple opened in heaven, and the temple of God was opened in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. Spiritual meaning. The ark here is the living covenant between soul and source. When the inner temple is restored, the remembrance of original agreement, soul contract, is revealed. This is when the soul remembers who it is, why it came, and what it is here to restore. It is also the moment where heaven, divine architecture, touches earth through awakened humans. Yes. Revelation 11 is not a prophecy of doom. It is a call to remembrance. It marks the inner resurrection of the Christ flame within humanity through witnessing death of illusion and restoration of divine sovereignty. It is speaking directly to flame keepers and codon carriers. Okay? And this is the sigil that goes with that. Yes, activated codex. Exactly. Okay. So that was resurrection. That was Revelations. Okay, guys. If anyone has any questions, hop up. If you, that was class for the day. I'm going to get our get ready for the Song of Orion at 11:11. But if you'd like to come up and share anything, any thoughts you may have, anything that's going on with you, now is the time. It is share time. Da, da, da. Yes, we remember, right? We remember. Hey, Victoria.
Hello.
No.
Hey, I tell you, I mean, that, I tell you what, first of all, when you talk about that thunder and lightning, I have a picture, let me show y'all, that I took this weekend, and it has a guy that has a lightning bolt. Let me see which one it is. Hold on, let me make sure it's the right one. Has a lightning bolt in his hand. Okay, because I have to get the right one that I took. I think it's, let's see, because I got two of them that look almost exactly alike, but I think it's this one. Let me put this one up. Hold on. Trying to see over there. No, because it's all the way on the right. And maybe it's this one. Oh, that's not. That's the same one. Wait a second. No. Hold on. Dang, nabbit. Wait a minute. I'll find it.
Hey.
I put it on the post. I can't get to it on my pictures today. I don't know why. It's not. This is not showing it. This is a different one. Shoot. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, wait a minute. It should be this one, but you can't really see it on this. But it's all the way to the right at the top. You can't see it on this. It's not showing the whole picture. Because it's all the way to the right at the top, and he's got a lightning bolt in his hand. But if you look on my post, you'll be able to see it.
So here's my really quick, weird story. While I was on the live, I went to the orthopedic doctor near me for a podiatrist appointment, which had been rescheduled from June 26th until today. And I even have the reminder in my phone that came through to confirm my appointment. But they said I didn't show up on the 26th, that no one rescheduled it for the 7th, and I'm not even in there. So I showed her the text, and she goes, oh. So she tries again, looks for my name, searches my birthday, spells my name different. Nothing.
I'm telling
you. So I'm like, okay, timeline jump. So I just rescheduled the appointment for Thursday, got back in my car, and I'm just like, okay, was saying, that was an absolute time. I just felt like I just did some weird boomerang rubber band type sequence. Like everything just, and plus I saw 10:10 on the clock in my bathroom this morning as I was getting ready to go. I get in my car, I pull into the doctor, I look at my clock, it says 10:10 again. So I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I'm just going in these little loops.
I'm telling you.
You know?
What's
going on? I'm paying attention.
Yep. And when I woke up this weekend, when I woke up, I was seeing, and I guess when I was half asleep, I kept seeing it, I would in a little tunnel, and it would come out on faces, right? It was like a little tunnel around faces. And it would be, and some of them, I could tell they were scared. And I would see, I saw women and children.
Victoria, I've been seeing faces in everything. I've been seeing faces in wood. I've been seeing faces in furniture. I've been seeing faces on walls, like out of texture on a wall. I've been seeing faces like popping out of things.
What I was seeing was like I was seeing them psychically. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
seeing them on
Well, I
furniture. I
guess
mean,
I
I was
am too,
seeing
but
that.
I'm seeing them
Yeah, it was
everywhere.
like that tunnel. That tunnel. They were, like
Yeah.
at the end of the tunnel, and I kept seeing, and I was flashed. I was being flashed different ones. And I was like, wow. I was like, wow, what is this? I was thinking to myself, what is this coming from? And I was trying to think. I said, it must have been something going on that I
Yep.
didn't remember all the way, but I remembered some. I remembered the people though. I remember the people. So that's
Oh, we're
what.
kicking ass and taking names in the astral every
Oh
night.
my
I've been waking
goodness.
up. I
I
have these
mean,
scratches. I've
I'm
had scratches
telling
on my
you.
legs and my arms. I've
Mm-hmm.
had
When I
bruises.
saw that
Bruises I
on the
can't
news,
explain.
I was like, wow. I mean, I just, my heart went out to them because immediately, I thought of North Carolina and what they did to those
Yeah.
people. And I know they did
Yep.
the
I
same
was
thing
just there, and
because they
that's
did the
exactly where
same
my
thing
last
to North.
motorcycle trip was, just
They
to
did the same
exactly
thing
where
to
that
North
flood was in
Carolina.
Asheville. That's exactly where I
Yeah.
was with Highway 40. So that's where I just did my grid work. And then I got back from that trip and I cried so much the
Mm.
past few weeks that, like, I've questioned my sanity. Like, I've cried like primal, like animal noises coming out of me. Like, my boyfriend's
Right.
like, yo, let it rip, like, get it out. And it really was like
Right.
I had to
Right.
get something out of me. And then as
Mm.
soon as I felt better, then I heard on the news that this had happened, and
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of the two correlating. But then now I'm looking at my pattern
Mm.
of when I have these, like, transmutation periods, and then
Uh huh.
they're always right before, like, Ukraine, like
Mm.
right before things are happening. I'm transmuting on what I feel is a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
how
Well,
but now I'm like, but wait, in the
I tell
collective,
you,
I don't know what's going on, man. It feels
I'm
bigger
gonna
than
tell you
me. It always
something.
has.
I got to where I was so sick to my stomach and nauseous, and
Yeah,
I
my stomach's
was
been
feeling
burning.
I was feeling lightheaded and shaky,
Mhm.
and I was
Mhm.
just like, "Oh my
Yep, dude.
God,"
That's ascension. We're just ascending and evolving, expanding. Don't
Yeah,
don't doubt it. Believe me, I'm the queen of doubt. I'm doubting Thomas over here. I'm full speed ahead, 1,000% on this mission. No doubt, no
yeah, that's what
fear.
it
And
was. So, yeah.
coming from me, you can tell there's been a timeline jump. Because as much as I
Oh,
always
most
tried to be
definitely.
strong and a warrior and
Mm-hmm.
brave, I was filled with anxiety and fear for so long. So long. That's what
Yeah,
I've been fighting. That's what I've been fighting against inside myself. But you're not
right.
just fighting it inside yourself, because you are the universe.
I
So,
tell you, it just,
no
I,
pressure or anything.
I really tell you, since what we
No
did
pressure,
Friday
guys.
night. Yeah, what we did Friday night,
My
I
crown is
mean,
so
we
itchy right
just,
now, y'all.
I tell you, when we did that Friday night, it shook everything up. Um, it really did. I mean,
Yes,
well,
girl.
first of all, it lit
Rocking and
everything up.
rolling.
You know what
I
I
said
mean?
rocking and
Meditation,
rolling.
Um,
the
and
meditation,
then,
and the soul work with body
and,
rock.
and, and talk about
Mm-hmm.
timeline jump. I woke up, you see, my ring is gone.
Mm.
I don't know where it's at.
Oh,
I woke
I have
up
a
and
few
my ring
things
is
that are
gone.
gone. I have a few
Yeah.
things that are gone. So I bought one of
Mm.
those comfort outfits on TikTok before I went on that same trip to friggin' Tennessee. That same trip, I wore this black outfit the whole time while I was driving, right? Black. I
Mm,
always wear black. No big deal. I cannot find this outfit. My man is like, where the heck? Like, that
Mm.
outfit had to do with that trip and transmuting that energy. It is
Mm.
gone. It's gone. I have ripped my house
I'm
apart
telling
of
you,
parts.
I don't know where
It's
this ring is. I'm
gone,
like,
yo.
what?
There are
And I
certain
still
things that
haven't
just have been
found it.
going lately, and it's on purpose, you guys. It is your timeline has changed. It's not
Mm-hmm.
gone. It's in the last timeline. Don't go
Mm-hmm.
looking for it, because that's
Well,
behind
yeah,
you. It's in your past. It's behind you.
yep. Well,
Don't go back.
I tell you, I asked Sharon to ask her chat. I was like, "It is gone." I said, "I can't lose that ring."
It's about moving
and,
forward, though, sis. It's about moving
and
forward with no fear, no regret, no doubt. Moving forward without the material shit, because that is exactly another thing. Yes, we love it. Yes, I love the pretty and the glittery and the shiny and the. Me too. Me too. Me too. But
yes,
I've
but I
realized
mean
lately
that was
it's
the
a big
special one.
blockage. It's a big blockage to have any kind of materialistic attachment during this journey.
Well, you know
It's
what? I'm
one
gonna
of the
tell you
biggest
what. I've
ones.
lost, honey. I've lost so many things, so much of
I
my
know.
stuff.
Me
Okay,
too.
so you were talking about I'm not materialistic, but I have lost so much of my jewelry. I've had stolen. I had so much you don't know that I've
Maybe it's
had
just in another
stolen.
timeline, sis, and it's all going to be given back to you. It's in a different
I
timeline.
know, right?
Hang
It's
out.
like, please, yeah, because
Like,
I'm
come
like,
on.
oh man, because
I
I like,
know.
I know it's big enough, that green, the oval green ring. I said,
Yeah.
it's big enough and clunky enough. I would know if it came off. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
it's
It
off
didn't
doing
just fall
something. It's
off.
going to come back. You're going to find it today. It's off doing something. It's coming back to you. I feel it. You're going to find it. You're going to find it. It's
Oh,
around.
good.
Ask St. Anthony. He finds everything for me. Something's lost, can't be found. St. Anthony, please come around. And let me tell you, stuff just pops out of nowhere. No, he's the first.
Right?
He's the first man I'm
Yeah.
running
I'm
other than when
back
I see
in.
Jesus.
You're
And I
back in
hug
the
Jesus.
'60s,
I'm going to
Christina.
St. Anthony next. I'm hugging him so tight because, whoo, helps me find
Oh.
so much stuff.
Right. Yeah, Christina says she's back in the '60s timeline,
Girl, for real. That's
doing what she's
fine.
meant to do. Well, that's
Let's
all
do
right.
that.
That's
That one
great.
needs a little
That's
help.
great.
Let's do that. That one needs a
Yeah,
little
right.
love and some help at the end there. At the
I'm
end of the
telling
60s,
you.
needs some hugs. Yo,
Yeah.
woo!
Oh yeah,
That,
back then, let
that
me tell
altered
you
our
something.
timeline
Back in the
forever.
'60s, all the women, were always dressed in a nice little, outfit. I mean, a suit, or something. They had their hats, usually a lot of them, or whatever. But I mean, they always looked nice. I thought they always looked cool. They were dressed up. The men wore hats. You know what I mean? They always had suits on. They wore hats. There's cool
I
hats.
love
My
that. The
granddaddy
era
wore a hat
where,
like that
yeah.
forever, man. My granddaddy had one of those hats. I loved it. He always used to wear that thing. He always thought he looked cool with that hat on.
My dad was a hat guy too. He always wore a hat.
Yeah,
Winter,
yeah.
summer, he had hats for every occasion.
It's just the house isn't still it hides it like grandma. Oh yeah, right. Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
the 80s, baby. Crimp me up, crimp me, neon me, lace inserts in my jeans, pink Reebok high tops, Maui
Oh,
Brothers. I could go on for days on the 80s. Days and
uh,
days.
well, yeah, I know.
Madonna, Prince, Sting,
Sharon
you
said that
too.
it's
Oh,
it's here somewhere in material, in some material or something. So I know I'll find it. It's just I was just shocked to see it gone. I'm like, how does that happen? You know, but anyway, it is what it is. And you talk about setting boundaries. Well. All right, my all right. I told y'all about getting that power washer, right? And so my daughter and her husband came over yesterday, and they brought a lot of their stuff because they had to get their stuff out of the storage unit. So I'm keeping it here until I move, and then I'm gonna take it to my house. And when she came, now look, see that quick, it just went out of my head. I swear. I mean, I just totally had a brain fart. I was Oh, I know what it was. Boundaries, boundaries. I mean, I know they were already hot and tired because they had gone to the storage unit and was trying to go through the stuff before they got here, and it was so hot yesterday. So, and they hadn't eaten anything. They didn't get here till I think about 3, any as it was, or maybe late, a little bit later. And then he had to unload the stuff because, Corey had to do it all himself because Leah couldn't pick nothing up. And then they were taking me up to the grocery store. And then I don't know what started it, but I mean, we just ended up getting into an argument and then, about stuff. And, oh, I know what it was. Because I said something about Corey. I said, did y'all vote for me today? And Corey didn't say nothing. I said, you don't never vote for me, do you? And he said, well, I did until you said what you said to me. And I said, what are you talking about? I said, oh, till I hurt your feelings. I said, with that, it was like a couple texts ago I'd sent him. I said, well, you deserved what I said to you. I said, and you know you did. I said, so why did it hurt your feelings? I was just telling you the truth. I said, and I mean, and he didn't want to hear that. But then, and he had an attitude. I said, yeah. I said, okay, well, you want to talk about hurting feelings? I said, what about all the things you said to me when we lived in the apartment down at the beach? I said, how you put me out the house and all this other stuff, and the way you used to talk to me when we were living there and treat me. I said, and you too, Leah. I said, y'all, I don't know what y'all thought you were doing when I was living there. I said, and me being your mom, you just act like, I was somebody off the street or something. I said, but I don't hold a grudge, and I don't, say shit to y'all about, bringing up what, the past that y'all did. I said, oh, but here I am. I said one thing to you, and I got this power washer, and the first person I thought of was you, Corey, to try to help y'all out. And I've been doing nothing but helping y'all out today. Oh, but you gonna hold a grudge because of something I said about what you did? What kind of bullshit is that? Right? You want to call somebody on their bullshit, call yourself on your own bullshit. I said, you want to bring something up? Bring it all up then. I said, remember it all, not just what you choose to remember. And they were like, oh, well, yeah. Oh, well, what? I said, you don't hear me crying about it, do you? I could continue to bring that up, and I don't. I let it go. I said, so what's your problem? Right? I mean, so that just, I mean, but I told my daughter, and she hollered at me, and I told my daughter, I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. I said, I'm your mother. I said, and you better check how you talk to me. And I told her, I said, we need to have, and I told her later on, I said, we need to have a talk about this conversation. Because it got out of hand and everything. I said, because, I said, I am your mom. I said, and everything. I said, and I believe we need to, make sure we have some boundaries established and understood. I said, I'm your friend. Yes, I am. I said, but I'm also your mother. And you will respect me. I said, otherwise, then, okay, I will cut off all help to you. And don't look to me for help anymore. If you choose to be like that. So, I'd had it. I'd had it. You know what I mean? They think it's okay for them to do whatever they do, and then one thing, and then they're gonna act however they act. Oh, no! You got me effed up, child, because that's what you are, my child. And don't forget that.
And that's exactly why I let Angel do her own thing. Because
I'm the only one. I'm the only one that's trying to help them right now. His parents aren't, not his damn family. So I mean, I don't go for that shit. But they apologize. I mean, of course, well, you're right. you're right. You're right, Ma. I love you. This and that, and and he told Lee. He said, Lee. He said she's right. She said you shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be like that with your mom. I said yeah, because I sure shit don't hear him talking to his parents like that when they don't do shit for him.
Exactly, Christina. Yep.
So maybe you should start and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I've already decided that,
for
Christina.
a minute.
I've already decided that. You know what I mean?
Because if it's disturbing your peace, why should you deal with it?
Yeah. So I mean, I've already,
For what?
I mean, I know I don't want to put any more stress on her than what she has because of the pregnancy. So that's why I'm trying to help.
Well, of course not. No, well, you're her mama.
I mean,
I know that, but at the same time, at the cost of what?
I can't not help right now. I just can't not help.
No, of course, but you also can't burn yourself out. So you got to set your boundaries like you just did.
Well, like I did. That's right. Because put my damn foot down, and and I
just leave it.
No, man.
And now you can sit with your peace.
Yeah,
you said your piece.
Let them
you
know.
Set your boundary.
Let them know. I'm
now
the
just
only one doing anything for you, not them. That's what I'm doing all damn day right now.
Now you just smile and let it set.
So
that's how you set it. That's how you set a boundary.
Yeah, man.
Just smile.
Nah, because it hurt my feelings too. I said, you think my feelings are hurt? The hell they're not. I said, but I don't sit here and bring it up every 2 damn seconds.
You can't be people's emotional punching bag either.
Nope.
Doing that.
Exactly.
2025.
Right. I'm not.
Go to the mirror. Go look in the mirror and work on that. Over there. There's a mirror.
Excuse my language.
Project it at the mirror. That'll do a lot more for you.
I do
than projecting it at everybody.
But I'm gonna tell you, I do it without expectations, Christina. But I'm not about to have somebody start talking shit when I'm doing it. I don't think so.
Yeah, attitude of gratitude goes a long way.
I mean, I'm not asking you for nothing. And now watch it be my daughter calling. Let me see who this is.
She felt it.
She felt the energy.
And meet my mom. Lord have mercy. All right, hold on. All right, I'll just call her later.
Go ahead.
I'll just call her later. But yeah, no, I do that. I don't expect nothing back. But I don't expect.
Go and see what number is right. When I sit here on the porch, what number I look at every single day. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Right, that parking spot right there. See what number that is?
Yeah.
It's 144. It's the parking spot right in front of my porch. And I look at it all day, every day. And then 143 is right next to it. I love you. I love it so much. 144, 143.
My address is 1433.
I love the numbers. The numbers, as much as I don't like 3D math, I love sacred mathematics and sacred geometry so much that I've been starting to see the geometric patterns in things that I never did before, like the correlation between the objects and their geometric pattern, the way they fit in with each other. I don't know what I'm even saying.
I'm not a math person,
I'm talking
but
like,
I love sacred
I'm talking
geometry.
like a mathematician. I'm not, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But I love numbers in a spiritual sense. Oh, my left ear is going off. Ooh.
I like symbolism.
Yes.
I love sigils
Keep
and
them
symbolism.
Coming. Keep them coming. I love it. Thank you. Gratitude. Finally, a way where I can appreciate numbers. Thank you. Because God knows in school my whole life, they're like, you're gifted and talented except for math. And I'm like, it's because I hate it.
Deserve respect.
It's because I hate it. That's why. It's not that I couldn't do it. I didn't want to. It didn't feel like necessary to my soul. And that never made sense to me until now. And now I'm like, it's because you guys have been inverting it and destroying angelic numbers all of mankind. You've been trying to take it and invert it into something, as they do with everything. It's everything. That's everything.
Everything that we've been taught is a
Everything good,
freaking
there will be an
lie.
inverted bad.
Everything.
But we're breaking that projection because I don't hate numbers anymore. I love them because the angels speak to me through them all day
numbers
long.
all the time.
All
Every
day.
time. Yes, all the time. I will look up
So
that
see,
number.
I love math
Let me
now.
see what that
Let's
one
go.
means.
I
Yeah.
love numbers.
Yeah. But,
We truly have jump timelines.
let me tell you what happened. All right, you know, what day was it? I don't know. I don't remember what day it was. It was one day this past week. All right, you know, we were talking about the 177,777. Well, I went to
777, baby. We're in the 77 portal right
7-Eleven,
now.
right? And I said I'm gonna play 4. All right, so I played 1177 and I played 1777. Anyway,
Mika, what are you eating?
and when I you know, said what were the winning numbers, and it was 1117, and I was like, oh great, I win something, right? No, that was for the evening draw, and I had gotten a ticket for the morning draw. I was like, really?
Oh. You predicted the
numbers,
future.
So I had the numbers.
You got to remember that when you think of the
well, I
numbers,
didn't think about a morning or evening. You know what I mean? I didn't think about that. So, anyway.
Hey, you learned, right?
Yeah,
you learned some.
So
take that number and apply it to the evening.
I said I was on point with my intuition. I said next time I'll know to be more specific about, you know, when I feel something, to pay attention, whether it's a night or evening or play both or whatever, you know what I mean, a day or a night, whatever, you know, because I don't play I play it like once in the blue moon, you know, and I mean like hardly nothing, you know, 1 or 2 tickets, that's it. And but I had the numbers, and I was like, well, there you go. So I said, well, next time I know it'll be spot on then.
That's it. It's a learning curve. Everybody pay attention.
Right.
Just pay attention. Exactly. Things are trying to teach you and guide you and point you in the right direction all the time. It's whether or not you are on the frequency to see it or not.
I do feel good about it.
It's always there.
I
just
I listened to what it was, you know, it was telling me at the time. I picked up on that.
I don't know why I'm laughing so much. I'm sorry. It's not even, I'm just giggling, and I don't know why today. I've been laughing since I woke up.
It's good to laugh. It's good.
But I cry so much. I'm like, have I actually had a nervous breakdown? Because now everything's hilarious. And last week, I literally couldn't open my eyes. They were swollen shut from crying. And I'm like, is this a manic episode?
Might be.
Not really, though, because I'm functioning fine. I sleep, I eat. It's just all of a sudden I'm on a frequency of like, why cry about it?
There you go.
Which is great, because I definitely wasn't there like a week or 2 ago.
Right.
So now we're here. I like it here. Let's just laugh, shall we? Mm-hmm. Let's just laugh.
Right.
I cried a sea of tears. A sea. I was making primal animal noises that I've never heard before last week.
Mm-hmm.
I was like actually stopping in the middle of my crying. Like, what was that? Wow. But it had to come out. It had to come out. Yeah. I don't know, Flower. It's just like, I don't question it anymore. The more I try to resist, the longer it lasts. So now I just lean into it. Have a good cry. That's what the past week, I was just like, excuse me, I have to cry for 10 minutes. And then go do it. And I feel better. It was actually getting something. It was doing something. It wasn't just me crying. It actually did something for me on a personal level, which hopefully in turn reflects to the collective. That's all I can hope.
You know,
hopefully I'm sharing all this that I'm going through.
Right.
I don't think it's all me I'm feeling either. And that's helped me too. to be like, relax, you're okay. You're literally transmuting, and it's your mission, and it's okay. And then it's easier for me to just do it and let go. And I'm actually now doing something, not resisting doing something, if that makes any sense.
Christina, my daughter got disciplined. She still might have been spoiled, but she got disciplined. She wasn't spared. Okay, so
No, I
you
wasn't
know,
spared growing up. I got my behind
she
panned
was not
growing up.
allowed to run her mouth or talk back when she was younger. That's why I have a
I
problem
grew up
with
in
it
the
now.
spanking generation, everybody.
That's
In
why
the
I have a
80s, you got
problem
your
with it
me
now.
too. What by your mama?
Yeah.
That's it.
She
Your mom was
did that when
trash,
she
but
was
you knew
younger.
she loved you. You knew you deserved it.
Took off that flip flop.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. Plata across the room.
Right?
Right in the throat. Right in the throat. Right in the back of the head. As you're mouthing off, right? Rolling your eyeballs. Roll your eyes one more time. My
I
mom used to give
know.
me.
I
And
tell
roll
you
them right
what
out of
though,
your
man, I
head.
got she said
I was a
and I
roly
was getting down, I
poly.
said, yeah, well, I did that right all in her face. And she was just like, and she couldn't believe it. Yeah, that's right.
My
So
mom
yeah,
had no qualms with knocking
and you
me out.
deserved it.
She had all 5'2" of her.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Maniac. I
My
love you,
daughter's
mom.
only 5.
I deserved it every
We
single
ended
time, though.
up,
I did.
I mean,
I was fresh.
we were all right afterwards,
Respect.
but
That's right.
before she left and
She
everything,
taught me
and
that.
she, Colin said, well, we'll talk about it today. And I said, that's fine. I mean, we made up.
No, Richie said Grand
But,
Rising. Walking by everybody. It's a new day. Richard just said Grand Rising. I just want to announce that as he walked up the sidewalk. People can change. People change. People. Okay, he's coming. Go inside and follow him. Goodbye.
but I mean, my daughter did apologize. And she did tell me, she said, Mom, she said, because I don't want my daughter talking to you like that. And damn sure don't want her talking to me like that. She said, so, she said, you were right. I mean, she did apologize. She knew she was wrong. And, it was just, and I think that was something that, it was something that needed to be brought back up so it could be dealt with and let go.
That's what's going
It
on now
is.
too. A lot of stuff being brought back up to
It's
be
going
dealt
on
with
right now.
properly.
It's bringing up the old stuff that
Properly.
hasn't quite been dealt
That's
with.
exactly what's going on many levels. I
Exactly.
agree. I agree
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. It's giving you one last try because you know what to do
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Because you know what to do
Right.
now. You get 3 tries, right? 3 tries, you're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So
Now you get to fix shit.
I mean, that's one thing. I mean, my daughter and I can talk about things, and that's
Right.
one good thing about that. I mean, we might fuss and we might fight and holler, but then a little while later, then we'll talk about it and talk it out and deal with it.
That's
It's not
how
like
we
we're
are in
gonna
my
go,
family too.
a week or whatever, being mad. No, we don't do that. We don't do that.
No, we don't do that here either. We might act like we're gonna, but then we can't
We
in
don't
this
do that.
family.
We don't,
We can't go to bed on it like that. We're
yeah.
not like that around here. We don't hold
Oh,
it,
that's great. Yeah.
I always told my kids, don't go to bed mad and don't go to bed without saying I love you to somebody. I had very wise
My
people tell
daughter
me
says
that. You know
I
what I
love you
mean?
so many times. I mean, when I first get on the phone with her and then when I hang up with her, I love you, Mom. I said, I love you too. Don't matter how many times I talk to her. She always, I love you before we hang up.
Teresa. She was like, I can't type on
I
this.
know.
We see you, girl. We feel you. It's okay. We're beyond words at this point in this group.
Yeah, I mean, they just they're going through the dark night of the soul is what they're going through. That's what's happening with them right
Well,
now.
everybody does.
Yep.
A few of them
That's what's
sometimes.
happening with them. And I told her, I said, honey, I said things might seem real, down and bad right now. I said, but they're going to get better. I said, I promise you, after all this mess, they're going to get better. So, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, Terrace.
But
Look
you
how fun.
know,
They do make you think.
yeah, I mean,
That they do make you think
yeah, I
of
mean,
these things, make you reflect on your own life. Like, okay, did I really just complain about that? Come on. You know,
right,
like shut up.
right.
You're
But no,
fine.
she's gonna be all right. She really is gonna be okay. I know it's hard to see her go through this period, because they have really lost just, about everything. So, I'm trying to help them keep what they can without losing absolutely everything. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
I mean, because I know what that's like, and she just keeps telling me, "I'm tired, Mom. I'm tired." I said, "Honey, I know." And then, with the pregnancy and everything, it's just hard for her. So,
Mm.
I know that's part of it too,
Well,
the stress and the stress for the
pregnancy in
baby.
itself.
So,
I don't know how I did it 4 times.
yeah, I know. But she's lost four. So she's gone through it 4 times
Oh, I've had
and
10
lost four.
I've had
So,
10
yeah,
pregnancies. I had 4 children out of it,
yeah.
but I've had 10
So
pregnancies.
I don't want her to lose, and I know
Your
she's not
body
going to
knows what
lose
it's
this
doing
one.
a
This
lot of
one's
the time. You
coming.
just got to trust the
Yeah,
plan.
it's
You know what I
coming.
mean?
So
Whether we
I know that.
understand or not.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and it's going to get
Yeah.
better for him. I know that because
Poor Aiden.
because
God.
Corey doesn't have a problem working hard. He never has. So it will work out. It's just right now they're just having to go through what they have to go through to make things
That's
better for
it.
both
I'm
of
hanging
them.
in there.
Yeah,
Not letting it chew you up and spit you out. Life. Life.
exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
It's humid in New York today. Weather check in. How's the humid? Well, you're never mind. It's always humid where you
Hard in
are.
hell here.
Both of you. Never mind. You're in Florida and you're just humid all the time. Ooh, it's humid like the South in New York today. It's thick, palpable humidity. Can chew it.
Do it. Oh Lord.
We're sitting in a cloud.
Uh, yeah, it's just wild.
Anyone else want to come up and to sing?
Come on up,
Yeah.
kids. Don't be shy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's hot. It's
Yeah,
summer.
all
I
these
love it.
people in
I'm a
here, come
summer
on up.
girl, so
We
I
don't
don't
we
mind.
don't sing any better than anybody else. Sure, don't I don't. I
I
know
just learned
that.
not to put on a bunch of makeup or do my hair or anything in weather like this.
Yeah,
Why
I'm gonna get
bother?
my
It's
face
so
off
annoying.
right now.
My hair's up. I gotta go out and do the
I've been
lawn
trying to
later.
leave mine down only because putting it up so much is breaking it. So I actually just cut my hair this morning all by myself. I gave myself a haircut before I went to the doctor this morning because it was just dead on the end. So
Yeah, I did
take
that
it
one.
off.
Right?
Long enough I can cut it myself though. I can pull it out in front of me and see it. If your hair is not this long, it's hard to cut it yourself. Hang on. Those might be a pair of flip flops I ordered like a month ago. You never know.
Hey.
Products? Are those flip flops?
Turn my thing
Is that
on.
for 1505? 1505? Just checking. No, it's okay. I just
Hello, Lyria.
didn't know if I want to run down the stairs or not, sir. I don't have to.
Who are you yelling at?
The FedEx guy.
Oh, okay.
It was a friendly exchange. It wasn't.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just on the
You're like, are
second
you
floor.
stopping here? No? Okay, maybe
To
later.
project down.
I got you. You're expecting some package.
Oh, I love ocean humidity. That's a different
Oh,
humidity
it's
than
so different.
New York Hudson Valley humidity. This sits like a blanket.
Facts.
Like you got to come up for air, like with a straw. Give me some fresh air.
Exactly. And it's
And
the
plus
same as
being
the
outside the
Midwest.
city
It's
is
awful.
smoggy.
You get it.
Smoggy and near the Canadian
It feels
fires
foggy.
that have been burning forever, which I think is literally just like the plates of the earth moving because fires don't burn for
Woo!
3 years,
Goosebumps. Yes.
whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
The thing, you know, whatever's making smoke in Canada, forest fires. What?
Awesome. We got 2 spots left.
What? We don't burn that long.
2 spots left.
Yep, 2 spots.
Canada's been on
why
fire
would you
for like
take your
2
face off?
years, you guys. Does anyone care? Does anyone notice? No way that's forest fires. I'm saying it on the record. Come on.
Right.
The earth
I
is
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't stay on fire that long. Like what?
It does.
Unless it's like a crack in the earth with like lava coming out. Maybe then, yes. Yes, then it would burn that long.
This is spiritual war. We know that.
Right. Yep.
For entertainment purposes only, this is just a game.
Hey, Trina.
Of course it's our game.
I see you down there.
Nothing.
I wasn't going to do it today because I had spent the last hour yelling.
Oh, really?
So I kind of lost my voice.
Oh, listen to mine. Yeah.
I will do it for the collective. I'll be cracky, but.
Hey, girl.
That's okay. My voice is kind of.
Hi, honey. I love you.
This morning.
I love you.
It was awful.
Oh, hey, Robin.
Hey.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
All right.
How was the dentist?
Good job.
They did x-rays.
Woohoo.
They didn't clean your teeth. They just did x-rays.
So it's not too bad outside, Christine, if you're outside.
This reminds me of the Brady Bunch's box.
Handle it. Definitely, it does. Oh my gosh.
It does.
You're so
Here's
right.
the story.
Of the lovely lady up there. Shoot, that's you, Uncle.
Entertainment purposes only, baby.
You're the lovely lady, Uncle.
That's funny.
You feel like shit?
You're the mama son.
The Schumann is 72 right
I'm
now.
not Marsha.
Squares. Right.
It's the freaking Schumann, baby.
Same thing. Here's the story of lovely
All right,
lady.
guys, here we go.
Right. Nice, Val.
Thank you, Christine.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alrighty
I
then.
like the.
Yay! Oh, love you guys. Love everybody.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
Love you guys.
Love you guys so much.
Love you. No.
Let's see. Wish you were here. There we go. Pink Floyd. We're going to exit on a Pink Floyd song.
Yay.
Just so everybody has time to say goodbye. I hate just cutting everybody off.
Bye,
So if we do
everybody.
one song at the end. But yeah,
Love you all.
we're so good at that. Son of Orion now. Beautiful energy.
Did you like the bells? I found
What's that?
I found the bells yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. It's like a tambourine, only it's a stick.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. That's great.
So
I think you can
tell.
heaven from
Heaven
hell.
and hell, blue skies and pain. Can
I
you
love you
tell
too,
it
Trina.
feels
Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
calls
Yes,
you
we love the
there?
bells. We love the tambourine. We love the drums.
Smile for the veil. Do you think you can tell?
Oh, Pink Floyd
Did they get you to trade?
is
Your
Truth.
heroes for gold.
the spiritual significance of the album Dark Side of the Moon is incredible for the now moments. Have a beautiful day, Chris and Sunshine. Love you guys.
I love you all. I love you all.
I love you all.
Hey, Sunshine, beautiful girl.
Hey. Have a great day, everybody.
You too, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Oh, you saw a laser light show at the Hayden Planetarium. Oh, awesome. Oh, Pink Floyd. Right, Christina? I've always known and been very connected and drawn to Pink Floyd. I never knew why till recently. Yeah. Yes, dance and sing. I'm going to be singing today. My body needs to sing today in order to transmute some of this stuff that we've been doing in the astral. I have since I was a teenager. Yep. My dad would listen to Blue Oyster Cult. And I used to listen to that and like that. You danced all day, transmuting. You had so much energy. Yeah. Your socks were knocked off. Right, Cindy? And D can dance. Oh, you like Blue Oyster? D can dance. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you all have a beautiful, beautiful day. Namaste. My soul knows your soul, angels, and I love you. And we're doing this thing. My mom said, oh yeah, that's awesome.